From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Tuesday, March 5th. It is a really rainy start to the day. After such a beautiful Monday, it's kind of a downer, but hey, we still have temps in the 60s. The rain, well, it's going to stick around for a lot of the day. It's not likely to be severe. There might be a few storms out there, but they are not severe. It is going to bring our temperatures down later this week. We're following breaking news this morning from the west side. Pike Township school officials say 2 high school students have minor injuries after a school bus crash. It was reported just before 7 this morning near West 56th Street and Lafayette Road. That's not far from Snacks Crossing Elementary School. We went to the scene. There were 2 other vehicles, a Jeep and a car, that seemed to be involved. We have not learned from police if there are any other injuries. As of about 7:45 this morning, the crash scene was starting to clear, although traffic had really backed up in the area on 56th Street, just off of I-65 between 465. More breaking news this morning in southern Indiana. Police in Jeffersonville are looking for a missing mother and her 3 children. Investigators say 34-year-old Kayla Martin and her 3 kids, a 4-year-old boy and 2 girls ages 9 and 11, disappeared. Jeffersonville police say they were last seen last night at around 6 walking toward a park, but they never returned home. If you think you have seen Kayla or any of her children, Jefferson police ask you to call them at this number, 812-218-TIPS. Now to IT-Mate. A Connorsville man is now charged with 2 murders from a year and a half ago, but court documents say he implied that he killed 4 people. The probable cause affidavit was obtained by IT-Mate yesterday. Indiana State Police say Joshua Farmer shot and killed Thomas Combs and Joshua Durham just weeks apart from each other in 2022. Both men were found dead, either in or across the street from a cemetery. State Police say they found a spent bullet and a beer can with Farmer's DNA on it. Investigators also say Farmer implied he had killed 4 people during questioning, but so far he's only charged with killing 2. As of now, Farmer is being held without bond. Police say a man from Indianapolis is now under arrest for a deadly shooting that happened over the weekend. We first told you about this story yesterday on Daybreak. Police arrested Curtis Page Jr. on Monday. He's accused of killing Corey Reed near 21st Street and Ritter Avenue Sunday night. Officers found Reed dead inside a pickup truck outside of a liquor store when they arrived at the scene of the shooting. Page is being held at the Marion County Jail and faces a preliminary charge of murder. We're learning more about the new rules for Indiana dog breeders and pet stores. Governor Holcomb signed those rules into law yesterday. It requires pet stores, breeding facilities, and animal rescue operations to register with the state's Board of Health. Pet stores will also have to keep purchase records of each dog, but the new law also invalidates 21 local ordinances limiting pet sales at stores. That includes local laws in Indianapolis and Carmel. Animal rights groups have criticized the measure, with some calling it unenforceable. In your Vote 2024, voters across 16 states will head to the polls today for Super Tuesday, including in Colorado, where Donald Trump will be on the state's ballot. The Supreme Court ruled yesterday that the former president should remain on the ballot. That followed months of debate over whether he violated the insurrectionist clause in the 14th Amendment.
It's a very important decision. We're very well crafted, and I think it will go a long way toward bringing our country together, which our country needs.
The decision comes as Trump faces his last major primary opponent, Nikki Haley, in the polls today. Haley has vowed to stay in the race at least through Super Tuesday. Current President Joe Biden is favored to win the Democratic primaries in all 16 states. He is expected to give his State of the Union speech on Thursday. Wish TV is home to Indiana's best political team. We're hosting a special debate for the 5 Republicans who are running for governor of Indiana this month. The debate is on Wednesday night, March 27th at 6:30. But first, we want to know what you would like to ask the candidates. You can email us your question at askthecandidates@wishtv.com, and we might use your question during that debate. They aren't on sale just yet, but tickets to Indiana Fever games this summer may be one of the hottest seats in town. That's because the countdown is on until the team is likely to get Iowa superstar Caitlin Clark with the first pick in the WNBA draft. The Fever won't put single-game tickets on sale until the spring, but leaders tell us interest in those tickets is up since Clark declared to go pro. Season ticket holders are glad they already have their seats secured. Rick and Joni Stevens snatched up Fever season tickets last year after Aaliyah Boston was drafted. Joni has lived in Indiana her entire life and says it's about time women's basketball gets the recognition it deserves.
It's absolutely amazing. It means that our female athletes are finally starting to get the respect and the appreciation that they have so deserved for so long and not gotten like their male counterparts have.
And if you're counting, it's 41 days until the WNBA draft, where the Fever have the #1 overall pick. College basketball's March Madness is getting underway. Indiana State will try to play its way into the NCAA men's tournament this week as they try to win the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. The Sycamores are the top seed after winning their first regular season conference title in 24 years. That also means ISU gets a bye in the first round. The Sycamores will play either Missouri State or Murray State at noon this Friday in St. Louis. On the women's side, IU is the #3 seed at this week's Big Ten Conference tournament in Minneapolis. The Hoosiers have a bye until the quarterfinals. Their first tournament game will be this Friday night. IU will play right after Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes play their quarterfinal round game.
Celebrating Women's History. Brought to you by LCS Heating and Cooling.
As we celebrate Women's History Month, we're highlighting women paving the way in Indianapolis. News 8's Brittany Noble has the story of the first woman to be named president and CEO of TechPoint.
TechPoint is one of the largest tech organizations in Indiana, and their leader, Ting Guti, is teaching others how to earn a seat at the table. Born in China, Ting Guti majored in English before moving to the United States. After having a baby, her family made the decision to move to Indiana.
So he quit his job, and we sold our house, we packed everything into a truck, moved into a little 900 square feet dorm in the wonderful city of Bloomington.
Guti is a key founding executive and chief investment officer for Elevate Ventures, and now she is the new president and CEO of TechPoint.
It just happens my venture investing background became a relevant skill set, and when they were looking to bolster from a leadership perspective, I have been super fortunate the last 2 years in TechPoint role. The prior leadership even hired. We already have the strong expertise in talent management, and so me coming in is really complete the puzzle per se.
Guti is working to make Indiana one of the leaders in venture capitalism. She says to achieve the top roles in corporate America, say yes to opportunities and spend energy earning your success.
Early on, it was just fundamentals on how to communicate, get the message out, how to express yourself, read the tea leaves, read the rooms, and once over that, to be honest, I was last 15 years or so, I've been pretty heads down. Just when the opportunity presents yourself, the work needs to be done. We just do the work.
He says in order to advance in any career, it's important to develop as a leader and elevate the next generation of leaders. I'm Brittany Noble, reporting for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Haiti's government has declared a state of emergency and curfew after surging gang violence. It started when around 4,000 prisoners escaped from a prison after fighting broke out on Saturday. The UN says the heavily armed gangs have grown more powerful than Haiti's government and now control about 80% of the capital. Some gang leaders say their goal is to bring down the prime minister. A curfew went into place last night and is set to last 3 days. A member of the Massachusetts National Guard has pled guilty after leaking highly classified documents related to Ukraine. Jack Tejera has been charged under the Espionage Act. The 22-year-old admitted to illegally collecting some of the country's most sensitive secrets and sharing them on Discord. Tejera could face up to 17 years in prison when he is sentenced in September. The first over-the-counter birth control pill will soon be available in stores around the United States. Perrigo says its pill, O-Pill, will start being sold in stores online this month. O-Pill has been around for decades, but the company says it's been working to make it over-the-counter for the last 9 years. Both CVS and Walgreens say they will offer the pill, and the company says it can already be pre-ordered from some online retailers. The Noblesville Marching Band must have the luck of the Irish. It is one of only 11 international bands picked to travel to Dublin, Ireland, and play in this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade. The Marching Millers applied for the parade in 2021. More than 100 Noblesville students will be in the 2-hour parade. It's in about 2 weeks on Sunday, March 17th, and begins at 6 in the morning, our time. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.